They say Seoul never sleeps. But in the district of Gangnam, sleep is a luxury only the innocent can afford. And me, I haven't been innocent since the day my father's empire turned to ash. I didn't come here for love. I came here to disappear, to be just another face in the crowd of 10 million. But when you're carrying a debt that isn't yours, the world has a way of shrinking. Especially when the heir to the Lee Empire is the one holding the leash. He offered me a deal. 1 year of my life in exchange for my family's safety. The catch? I had to marry the man who destroyed my father. It started at that bus stop. My heels were killing me, and my bank account was at zero. The humidity was making my hair frizz, and for the first time in weeks, I felt human. Just a girl waiting for a ride that was never coming. The air changed before I even saw him. It became heavy, expensive, and there he was. The bus isn't coming, Maya. In this city, I control the schedule, he said. I didn't think the Lee Empire concerned itself with public transport, Dae-hyun. I concern myself with my investments. And right now, you are the most valuable asset I own, he responded. He smelled like sandalwood and rain. I wanted to run, but my legs felt like lead. He wasn't just a man. He was the personification of everything I'd lost. Your brother is in Macau. He's deep in the red. Your mother's medical bills in Lagos. I've already cleared them for the month. But tomorrow? Tomorrow is a different story. He said, why me? You could have any woman in Seoul. Why force the daughter of your enemy into this? I added, because an enemy you keep in your bed is an enemy you never have to worry about. This was his response. It wasn't just a contract. It was a prison sentence wrapped in silk. If I signed, my family lived. If I didn't, I'd be watching their lives vanish from a prison cell or a shallow grave. The penthouse at the top of the Lotte World Tower didn't feel like a home. It felt like a high-altitude vault. As I stood by the floor-to-ceiling glass, the shimmering lights of Seoul looked like fallen diamonds, beautiful but cold. Behind me, the click of a lighter signaled his presence. Dae-hyun didn't speak at first. He never did. He moved with the silent arrogance of a man who owned the air he breathed. The dress is on the bed, he finally said, his voice a low vibration that seemed to rattle the glass. We leave for the gala in 30 minutes. Remember your role, Maya. You are the fiancée of the future chairman. You are not a girl from Lagos hiding from a debt. You are the debt's personification. I turned, my silk robe catching the moonlight. And what happens if I forget a line in this script you've written for me? Dae-hyun stepped into the light. The scar running through his left eyebrow, a souvenir from a night in Busan he refused to discuss, darkened. He reached out, his thumb tracing my jawline with a terrifying tenderness. Then the men looking for your brother will find him, and I will stop being your shield. The gala was a blur of bowing heads and sharp whispers. In the world of the Korean elite, an Afro-descendant woman on the arm of the Lee Empire's heir was a scandal they couldn't stop staring at. I felt their eyes like needles, but every time my hand trembled, Dae-hyun's grip on my waist tightened. It wasn't a romantic gesture, it was a tether. Near the end of the night, a man with graying hair and eyes like flint approached us. Chairman Lee, Dae-hyun's father. He didn't look at me, he looked through me. A bold choice, Dae-hyun, the old man remarked in rapid-fire Korean. But a temporary one, I assume? The board expects a union that strengthens the bloodline, not one that confuses it. Dae-hyun's expression didn't flicker. The board expects results, father. And Maya is the only one who knows where the missing ledger from the African shipping ports is hidden. She is my most valuable asset. Asset. The word stung more than the chairman's coldness. As we drove back in the suffocating silence of the Maybach, I realized the debt wasn't just about money. It was about a war between a father and a son, and I was the battlefield. Rain in Seoul has a way of washing away the glamour and leaving behind the grit. I had escaped the penthouse for an hour, slipping past the security detail to the neon-drenched alleys of Itaewon. I needed to hear music that didn't sound like a funeral and smell food that reminded me of home. I was sitting in a small, cramped jollof rice spot tucked behind a luxury skincare boutique when the chair opposite me slid out. I expected to see Daehyun's icy glare. Instead, I saw a ghost. "You're a hard woman to find, Maya," my brother, Kofi, whispered. He looked thin, his eyes darting toward the door. "Kofi, you're supposed to be in London. If Daehyun finds out you're in Korea." "Daehyun is the reason I'm here," he hissed, leaning in. "He didn't pay off the debt, Maya. He bought it. He's using you to get to the port codes our father left behind. He's not protecting us, he's harvesting us." My heart hammered against my ribs. The contract wasn't a rescue mission, it was a merger. Just as I stood up to pull Kofi toward the back exit, the door to the restaurant opened. The small space suddenly felt microscopic. Two men in black suits stepped in, followed by the unmistakable silhouette of Daehyun. He didn't look angry. He looked disappointed, which was worse. He walked over to our table, pulled out a chair, and sat down as if he were joining old friends for tea. "Itaewon is dangerous for tourists, Kofi," Daehyun said, his English perfect and terrifyingly calm. "Especially tourists who owe money to the wrong people." "I don't owe you anything," Kofi spat. Daehyun glanced at me. "Your sister seems to think differently. She signed away a year of her life to ensure you stayed breathing. Are you going to make her sacrifice a waste?" He stood up and looked at me, his eyes softening for a fraction of a second, a glitch in his armor. "Get in the car, Maya. We have a guest for dinner."